Hey guys, I want to do a segment on what to do when your insurance company denies your claim. I'm trying to make this really brief, but it's stressful when your claim is denied. You know that you have damage, you know you have an insurance policy, you know it's supposed to be covered, but you either don't have the proper documentation, you don't really know what you need to do. Well, number one, review the denial letter. The first step in dealing with the denied claim is to review the letter, and it should explain to you why the claim was denied. I had spoken about this in a previous segment in which I had said they have to quote the language that upon which they are denying it. So that means that they have to actually quote the language of the policy. They can't say, go look at page 3 of 12. They can't say, because they have to put it in writing and they have to mail it to you. So it has to be pretty clear. They should have already told you on the phone and explained it. It's not good enough just to stick the language from the insurance policy in there. They really need to say, hey, we think that this is an ongoing leak and it's not sudden and accidental. Here in the policy is where it says we don't pay for anything that's not sudden and accidental, that's within 14 days, or whatever. It needs to be spelled out. It doesn't have to be one provision, it could be several. The other thing is gather the information, or the documentation. Let's just say they saw or they read the plumber's report, or they don't even have the plumber's report that states how that occurred, that it was from the freeze, the pipe broke, the plumber was called, the water was shut off, the plumber was called, those types of things. Insurance adjuster may or may not have even asked you for it, and you can call your plumber up and say, hey, can you put this in a report, what you saw when you came out here? That could change it, as in now it's sudden and accidental, if that was one of the reasons that it was denied. And then another one is file an appeal. Sometimes that comes out as a proof of loss, but you can say, hey, I appeal this, here's some additional information, let me know if you need anything, feel free to call my plumber. Sometimes they ask you to sign proof of loss. They'll usually have a form, and it asks you, for the deck page information, like your policy number, your claim number, the address, that it's residential or commercial. They want to know your damages. Usually your damages would be what your roofer or contractor said that it would cost, and you put it all in there, you sign it, you get it notarized, and you send it in, and then they have statutory deadlines by which they have to respond. Also consider hiring a public adjuster. Here I am. But if you have trouble getting the insurance company to reconsider the claim, or you don't really know what documentation's needed, or you don't know how to relate that, or you just don't know how to fill out a proof of loss, consider hiring a public adjuster. We work off insurance fees, or we get a percentage based on insurance fees. Sometimes we can charge just a flat fee if we wanted to. Also, you can seek the advice of an attorney. That's in your Consumer Bill of Rights. It's also in the Texas Insurance Code. If you feel like you've had your rights violated, you can just seek out a first-party breach of contract attorney. I like to use Jesse Corona at the Corona Law Firm. I used to work for him, or not for him, but with him. And he's really good. He went to law school when he was older after being a news reporter, so he just has a different edge, and also he's really good at listening and talking, so because he's a ex-reporter. But anyway, I just want to get that out there. Stay safe and be prepared.